Guys, today we're going to talk the vaccine passports. What they are, what they aren't, what could actually happen, what it sounds an awful lot like, because Americans have to fully understand what is going on here, okay? It's absolutely insane to me, but we got to make sure we don't let the Democrat Party and our politicians turn America into China. Any Republican not vocally and aggressively fighting this nonsense really should find a new line of work, because this is the hill to die on as far as I'm concerned for our freedoms. This could be one of the biggest potential infringements of our liberties, if enacted, that certainly I've seen in my lifetime. It's literally antithetical to the American concept of liberty. And let's be clear, this has nothing to do with whether you're pro-vaccine or anti-vaccine. I'm not talking about that in the slightest. This is about whether you believe our country should continue to be a country that honors the ideals of our founders in defense of personal liberty and freedom, or if America is going to go down the same authoritarian path as communist China. It is that simple, folks. That's where we're at. The first thing to understand about vaccine passports is they're not talking about them simply for international travel like the media seems to be portraying. They're talking about using them to restrict travel and commerce domestically, here in America. You as a citizen could be limited. It's not just a piece of paper. And if you look closely, it's clear to me that it goes so much further than that. But they're not telling you that part again, okay? This is very different than saying, if you go to a public school, you have to be vaccinated. It's not the same. This would restrict millions of people's rights to travel domestically and engage in even the simplest form of commerce, right? That's what's going on here. This would, in effect, create a two-tiered caste system in America. This is the sort of stuff that Americans have tried to avoid since our founding. This would be the birth of a Chinese-like social credit system in the United States of America. And who would it really affect? Let's talk about that, because most polling shows that the people most hesitant to get the vaccine are actually lower-income African-American, Hispanic, and white Americans. So in effect, the liberal elites in the Biden administration and on the coast and corporate woke America would be restricting the rights of a disproportionately lower income Americans and minorities. How is that right? How is that fair? Now, the Biden administration claims the government won't be mandating this, they won't mandate the passport, and that since it's private companies that would be enforcing them, it's totally fine and legit. Well, guys, that's BS. Total nonsense. It doesn't matter if it's the government or private sector who institute this caste system. It's still wrong. And every conservative, libertarian, and frankly freedom-loving American worth a damn should oppose these passports vehemently. Conservatives must fight them like hell, and they should launch campaigns against any and every corporation that buckles to government pressure and adopts this passports, okay? We've seen Republicans finally pushing back on woke corporate America. It's time. We should be calling on every GOP governor, senator, congressman, whatever, to take, like Ron DeSantis' lead to outlaw the implementation of these tyrannical passports by private companies in their states. Also, while the government may not be enforcing them, they are literally the ones setting the standard and essentially pressuring corporate America to adopt them. Don't be confused by the name, guys. They're not talking about physical passports, a little piece of paper either. Where I think this is eventually going is they're talking about a digital passport. In effect, they're trying to create a digital track and trace system right here in the United States of America, so they know where you are and what you're doing. What makes this especially dumb is it will likely result in less people actually getting vaccinated because of the issues that we said would deter them, as I mentioned earlier. Americans don't like being forced to do things, and this would almost assuredly have the opposite of its intended effect, and that its proponents are hoping for. The solution is simple. America was built on freedom and individual choice. Let the people who want to get the vaccine get it, and those who don't want them can choose not to get it. Again, I'm not taking a position for or against. I'm just saying that's a fundamental American freedom. That's right. There is a difference between America and communist China, and we got to make sure we remember that. Wake up, guys. Keep watching.